Hey guys, audio working? Video working? What do you guys got for me? Let me know if you guys can hear me or not. Hello, hello. Oh, there we go. The chat was going slow. Let me give people a chance to get in here for a second. There we go. Little intro music. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you guys for being here. Really appreciate it. So many of you guys have been really helpful promoting out the stream and sharing it for me and leaving really nice comments. Even got an awesome shout out from the king and queen. I couldn't even believe that. They checked out my channel. Thanks for being here, man. I really appreciate it. But thanks everyone for being here. It's a lot of fun to be doing this again. Unfortunately, the lucky seahorse couldn't be here today. On Saturdays, I'm going to be going solo most of the time. But every Tuesday night after Dr. Black's stream, I will definitely be with the lucky seahorse, and we have some fun on that one. That was a great time, and you guys made us all feel really welcome. So again, welcome to Alien World Aquatics. You're pretty much in my living room. You can see behind me there's a couch with a Washington Redskins blanket on it, and surrounded, you only see half of the couch right now, but the whole couch is surrounded kind of like a little like C or U shaped around my couch. So I have a whole bunch of my big fish tanks. Well, I guess I shouldn't say big fish tanks around the king and queen. They're not big. They're not big comparatively, I guess, but my bigger fish tanks that are surrounding my couch. So it's kind of awesome just to be surrounded by fish tanks during the day, and even when I'm chilling on the couch watching football, even if it is the Redskins, which is, I think if anyone here is a Redskins fan, you know it's been tough. All right, it's been tough. Oh, thank you, Candy. I didn't even know if Candy was going to be able to make it by. Thank you so much, Candy, and thank you for all the mods that will help post links and things for like that. But yeah, I really appreciate that. That's awesome. But yeah, if you're a Redskins fan, it is not easy, but we're gonna stick with it as long as it takes. But I wanted to see what you guys were doing today and see if you guys have any questions for me. I did want to talk about some fish stuff, and also, as always, some UFO news, and I kind of wanted to see kind of like a little survey of what you guys think about some things. But we will get started with the fish stuff first. I wanted to see if you guys had any recommendations for eels, because you guys know I've talked a couple times and showed in my videos that I have some eels. Now, I have 4 eels. One is definitely a peacock eel, and the other 3 I'm not sure. They were sold as what was a peacock eel, but I know that they're not, because they don't have that same peacock thing on their tail. And I don't know exactly what they are. Some people have said tire track eels. I'm not sure, but I was wondering if there's any of the fish fam out there that's kept eels before and maybe bred them, or been able to look at any of the videos that I put up and see if you can identify what those eels are. And I'll make some more eel videos too, but I really don't know. And I know it was from one of the big box stores. They had a label on it, and of course, you see an eel poking out its head from the gravel, but I don't think it was truly what it was labeled. I don't think it was their fault either. I think they just didn't know. But if you guys have a moment, check out those eel videos and let me know what you think exactly they are. So I've had 2, and both times find them on my floor. What kind? What kind did you keep, King? I don't. I mean, I know a lot of people have kept those strong, big fire eels, but I don't know if the peacock eels and these, what I think might be tire track eels, I don't know if they get as like thick and strong as a fire eel. I could be wrong, but I've never had an eel that got that big. Hey, the lucky seahorse is in the house. Thank you for stopping by, my love. I know she couldn't be here with me, next to me, side by side, but she has given me so much support today and throughout the week, heading up into this live stream and during our own live stream, that I really appreciate her support too. None of this would be happening without the Lucky Seahorse Paige. So hope you guys can show some love to Paige and Lucky Seahorse too, because she's a big part. She is a half of the Alien World Aquatics. So I want to make sure you guys know that about her too. She really did want to be here. Yeah, everyone seems to have a fire eel. I've never had a fire eel before. I'm definitely interested. I mean, I'm hooked on having eels now. I mean, they're so cool. And once I put them in the sand tank over there, I gotta keep measuring. Gotta remember which way to point. But in the sand tank over there, they just started coming out all the time, and they're completely have much bigger personalities than if they don't. Now I gotta find out. I'm using StreamYard for the first time. Is there something that I need to put to make it live chat, or is it automatically in live chat? Do you guys know? Any of you gangsters? I don't know. Am I on the right track here? I just want to make sure I'm getting to everybody here. But oh, before I get going, I did want to do this. I know I forgot to do this last time, but I wanted to give a shout out to everyone that has stopped by real quick. So when Connor Sings, what's up, buddy? The Zen Ginger, Can Ma, Redfish, Bluefish, Fish from Fever's in the house. We got the Lucky Seahorse, of course. The King and Queen. 54 Punchies, always here. Thank you, 54 Punchy. Hope I'm not missing anybody. Cody-san. Big J. Nice. Very cool. You guys are amazing for showing up tonight. That is awesome. I want to scroll back down. Scotty G66. A lot of Scots in the house tonight. We got 3 Scots at least. At least 3 Scots. Rounded Rob, I see there. You know, this whole thing, scrolling through the chat when you're trying to talk, is interesting. It's way harder than it seems when you're on the other end of things. I get it now. Everyone's falling behind on the chats and things. But thank you guys for coming out. But I guess no one really seems to know about the eels. But that's kind of like why I like keeping them, because not many people seem to do it as much. But they're so cool. I really like those. So what I got going on behind me here, with that little tank right behind, this way, right behind me. I took all my guppies out of there, and there's just a little baby guppies in there. But what do you guys think I should do for a new fish? Once those babies get a little bit bigger, I can move them to a different tank. But I'm thinking about something else for that tank. And I know for a while I've been trying to decide on what kind of a pistogramma to get. I don't know if you guys have a recommendation for a really cool pistogramma, but that's the one that I really have been looking for, but never found, in a local fish store what I wanted. But I know there's a lot of species, and if you guys have any species that you guys really like to keep and seem to be easy, I might want to try them out in there, just get a pair and see if I can breed them. Ah, yes, King and Queen wants to know the connection between aliens and aquatics. So yeah, I've talked about this in my last live stream with Paige. Basically, there's 2 connections. First, I've studied UFOs and aliens, just that subject. I've studied that since about 2001. I like to think I'm a pretty skeptical person, and I try to think reasonably about the issue, and I just think it's a cool mystery to think about, and I think uh, it's something that people overlook very easily that could really affect the planet or our lives. I think it's interesting. But secondly, I also believe that every fish tank is pretty much its own alien world. It's pretty much its own universe or planet that basically these fish live in, that you as kind of the alien go drive in your car and you go to this local fish store and you pick up this thing in this bag and you bring it back to this whole new world. And every fish tank is unique. Everyone does it a little bit differently. And they're little miniature alien worlds to me, which is what I kind of like. And I have in all my tanks, I have, something alien or something, like ancient ruins. Right here, oh man, the pointing is tough, is a Stargate from one of my favorite shows, Stargate. That is a really cool piece that I found. And I just like it. I just think it's a cool thing, and I think it's interesting for people to talk about, especially when you can talk with very intellectual people and people that are not just stuck on their beliefs, that are cornered themselves into one belief or another. I think once you do that, you limit yourself very much, and I think you need to be open to changing your mind when you're presented with new facts. And I think a lot of people with politics or religion or with UFOs or whatever it is, it could be anything. I think sometimes people get a little bit cornered into their own opinions, and they can't escape from that. And I think if you just use a really analytical mind, there's a lot of information out there about UFOs that's legit, and there's a lot of things that you can find that at the very least provide evidence that you should investigate further, or the people in charge should investigate further. I don't think there's anyone out there in the public that can 100% say that an alien being has been to this planet, but I think there's by far more than enough evidence and documentation through the military and through private defense companies like Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman, that show that there is a level of technology that is flying around our atmosphere and inner atmosphere, that is a level of technology that we are told is not supposed to exist and not supposed to be possible. So either there's a level of technology that the governments of the world have that they're not telling us about, or there's something coming from somewhere else. And like I said in my last stream, I don't think it's crazy to think that somewhere, some point in time, that another species would have sent a drone of some kind of ship. Maybe there's nothing inside it that's biological, but maybe it's a drone that goes out and spreads throughout the universe and does research and looks for things. I know that is a plan for us eventually, for us to explore the universe. I know that one of the plans they look into is having a robot that can land on a planet or a moon, build another 3 versions of itself, and then those robots go out and land on another planet. They build 3 versions of themselves, and they go out, so they continuously will be able to explore the planet by building versions of themselves. I think that had something to do with nanotechnology. I could be totally bro science right now on that, but there's some cool things out there. So that's pretty much a long-winded answer of why I am the alien. And I also just I've been watching a lot of the fish tubers out there, and I just don't want to try to copy anyone. I don't want to try to be like somebody else necessarily with my style. I mean, I can emulate some of the good things like king and queen cichlids, like having a power couple together. You can see that you can just tell that they are a rock hard couple together, that they are just undivided in their journey through YouTube and fish, and it's really fun. And I'm really lucky to enjoy that with Paige, the lucky seahorse. It's really the beginning of our journey, and it's so much fun. But I don't want to ever try to exactly copy somebody else. Like I don't want to try to take someone's style, pretty much. Yeah, bro science. Bro science. You never know. You just hear from your bro, and then you repeat it like it's the truth, and then like people start defending their position like it really means something. And it's like, wait, I didn't even do any research about this myself. This dude told me this, and now I'm defending this position with my life. So I tried my best not to do that. Zen Ginger, I really do. But yes. Oh, HC Aqua in the house. What's up, man? What's up? Good to see you. HC Aqua was the man. He was the first person to buy an Alien World Alien World T-shirt. The first merchandise ever sold. Was really cool, really special to me. So thank you, HC Aqua. I really appreciate that, man. That was so cool. And I have a whole bunch of new designs that my buddy and my girl, like Paige, had helped me make the other night. So I got some designs called the Alien Eye, and it's a really cool thing. It's what I basically put for my thumbnail. So if you saw the thumbnail before the stream with the alien and the fish in the eye, that's my Jack Dempsey that my buddy was able to help me edit and put it in the photo. So I made phone cases and T-shirts and hoodies. And me and Paige just ordered ours. So hopefully I'll get mine before anyone else, so I can start rocking some gear. But it was really cool. It was really cool to start making those things, and it was awesome. Oh, Liz and Paige will be instant friends. Probably. I agree. I think you guys will be so much fun. You guys are so, I think we're very similar, very relaxed, so, and very chill. So you guys, man, I look up to you guys a lot for sure. I mean, I've been watching you guys lurking for a while, King and Queen, but been trying to, you know, show that my support is there for you guys, and I'm so glad that you're showing up back. I really appreciate it. Yeah, man, but I saw your message there, buddy. I definitely will have to hook up sometime for sure. We'll talk about aliens and, oh man, Redskins. It's tough, man. Joe Gibbs, yes, Joe Gibbs for sure, absolutely, man. We'll definitely have to talk later, man. I know I got you on Facebook for sure. Thank you for posting those links to the merch. I really appreciate it. Oh, don't worry, Connor Sings. Honestly, it's just something cool that I just started, so I'm not ever trying to, you know, make people feel bad if they don't buy something. I'm proud that I finally have something out there like the big boys and have things going. But I really appreciate how, like, so many people, not just you know, the Fish family, but my friends and family have been so supportive and helped me make stuff. And some of this editing stuff is just the bane of my existence, and I get so frustrated when I'm trying to edit some kind of picture and I hit the wrong thing and I like swipe across and it messes the whole thing up and I just lose it and I walk away. so don't worry, buddy. I'm just glad you're here, Connor. That's more than enough, buddy. I really appreciate it, and I hope you're doing well for sure. But I wanted to ask you guys a question. So how many of you, if you guys have heard of the Navy UFO videos, just hit a 1 in the chat if you got that going on. If you've heard of the Navy UFO videos that have been released in the past year or so, hit a 1 in the chat. Let me know if anyone else has seen that in the news lately, because a lot of people have talked to me about that. I am curious to see. I want to find out if anybody else. I'm the only UFO nut here, I guess, huh? Ah, we got one. We got one. K and Ma. Well, K and Ma. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. I guess it goes late for me. So you guys have heard of this. So my question to you guys is, so you see this on the news. What's your reaction? So you just look at it and you go, that's interesting, and then you just go on with the rest of your day. So my question is, you know, how did that make you feel when they said, you know, yes, these are, you know, our videos. They came from our, I think it was F-16s. There were 2 different cases, by the way. One was 2004, and the other one was later. I can't remember the exact date, but there's 2 different videos: the Tic Tac video, and then there's also the one where the ship they're following, the UFO, goes like, you know, this, and then all of a sudden it just starts turning like this, which doesn't make any sense the way that it did that, because if you do that in a plane, if you start tilting the aircraft, it would start, you know, banking you down that way, so you kind of dive like, you know, like like a Top Gun maneuver. But this thing just goes and starts turning like this, which doesn't make any sense. It's not supposed to be able to do that. That's not something that you're supposed to be able to do in a modern aircraft. And even the pilots that have come on, was it David Fravor that's going on the Joe Rogan podcast, was one of the pilots in the incidents that I'm talking about. So if you're interested in the subject, definitely go to the Joe Rogan podcast with David Fravor. I'm pretty sure that's his name. So make sure you check that out. And even he talks, that's not how aircraft work. So my question for you guys is, I just don't understand how we, the public, see this stuff. It's obviously something that we don't have access to, and they put it up on the news, and then the Navy comes back and says, yes, these are real. These are our videos. They are unexplained. We can't tell you what they are. So where do we go from here? I'm just curious. You know, like, it's interesting how people see that, and then they go along with the rest of the day. Hey, Mark Shrimp Tanks, I appreciate you shouting me out on your stream, man. That was really cool. I'll definitely be back for yours. Yeah, I guess you guys probably all know Mark Shrimp Tanks, but that guy is awesome. That was a lot of fun. I was in there for 5 minutes, and he was welcoming me with open arms. So I really appreciate that. That is awesome. I have seen some of the bright side stuff, Rockford Fish Keeping. I have looked at some of that stuff. That's very interesting stuff. See what else we got. I'm making sure I don't miss anything here. I'm trying my best, guys. This is my first time solo, so I'm trying to go. Rounded Rob says, there are a lot of undisclosed and some disclosed documents of our military Air Force reporting identified flying objects. This is very true for a long time, sir. Yes, you're correct. I don't believe we're the only ones in this whole entire universe. And that's what I agree, too. You don't have to make some kind of claim that you can't support about, you know, that there actually definitely are extraterrestrial beings walking on this planet right now, but you can definitely say that there have been things reported and documented as best you can through military, which, I mean, that's probably the best documentation you're going to get. So Connor says, UFOs, Bigfoot, Mothman, and all the paranormal stuff has always been very interesting to me. I've watched a lot of documentaries on this stuff, probably considered a nerd at this point, but I don't care. Yeah, man. Hey, I'm with you, buddy. I'm the same way. You know, I just would say, you know, with any of this stuff, just make sure you have a BS-o-meter. Just make sure, you know, you can look at something and be open to it, but you have to make sure that you try to find where this evidence is coming from. You know, who's saying this? Are they making money off this? You know, some people can be legitimate researchers that have, you know, sell books and stuff like that, but there should be some kind of internal BS-o-meter that will go off when you're looking into these subjects. But as a very young child, I went to the library. My parents would take me many, many times. You know, at least I think once a week when I was younger, and I would always check out the same books. And one of them had to do with 3 things. One was ghosts, the Loch Ness Monster, and UFOs. And I would read it over and over and over. And I think that might be where I might have started getting into that as a young kid, but for sure, those are very cool things. You know, don't worry if everyone considers you a nerd, Connor, or anyone, you know, you like something. I learned that a long time ago with this hobby, I guess. And don't worry if people think you're a nerd for keeping fish. You know, keep plugging on, do what makes you happy. Let's see. Oh, the chat jumped. I feel like Dan's Fish. He's like, the chat jumped. Oh, my buddy Dan's Fish. Yeah, if you got saying K-Towns Aquariums, if you guys don't know Mark, go check out his channel. He is awesome. How can you watch some of this Navy footage? HG Aqua. It is all over the internet. It is. I mean, if you just if you type in Navy UFO into YouTube, you're gonna find probably hundreds of videos of what this stuff is. And remember, there's 2 cases that they mainly talk about. One is the Tic Tac UFO, and one is the other one with the more saucer-shaped thing that kind of tilts at a strange angle. But I believe they are both taken off the East Coast. So definitely check those out. Rockford Fish Keeping. Not everyone in the military know classified stuff back in the 80s and Invisible Plane, then the F-117. Absolutely. So that's one of the biggest things, Rockford Fish Keeping, is this stuff just black world technology. A lot of it's got to be. I mean, a lot of this UFO stuff, I would say 90% is probably, you know, actually military technology that they're testing. But there's definitely some stuff out there that just seems not right. It seems strange. I've seen a few things in my life with witnesses that were very, very strange. And I'll get into that at one live stream. And I do have actually a couple of videos that I took a while ago that I've been saving, and they're very, very strange. They're very strange. I can tell you that. I can't make any claims, but they're very, very strange. But yeah, the 117 came out. We were flying that way back before it got released. I think in 1989 or 1990, I believe they released the stealth fighters. I could be wrong on the dates there, but they were using those way, way before that. And that's the thing. You got to realize that military technology is at least 30 to 50 years ahead of us. That's the way they stay safe. That's the way they keep us safe. So, you know, can't knock them there for keeping it classified. Thanks. Let's see. Always the support from Lucky Seahorse. You're doing great. Oh my goodness, Zen, good job on the pull of the Navy videos. Good job. Very nice. There's a lot out there. Now, like I always will plug in my channels, you know, no one told me to do this, but I always tell you guys, go check out Richard Dolan. He's a UFO historian, very logical, very reasonable person. And if you check out his YouTube channel, he's got books and stuff too, but his YouTube channel he does with his wife Tracy is awesome, and it's very informative. I would definitely check that out if you guys are even slightly interested, but maybe skeptical. If you're on that edge, you're like, this is all crazy talk to me, you know, maybe start there. Linda Moulton Howe is a renowned investigative journalist that I also follow and watch on YouTube. Check out her channel. But they are really, really informative people that you can find out more information from. But like I said, even if I tell you to check something out, or I tell you that I think something's true, or I think it's something worthwhile, you need to make that own choice for yourself, and you gotta do your own research. There's no way around it. I mean, you're not gonna learn anything from a 30-second soundbite that you're gonna get from Fox News or a CNN or something like that. I mean, they might cover it for a second, but you're not gonna really find out about it. Very good. Let's see. Bye, Rounded Rob. I do appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate that a lot. Thank you, Lucky. I appreciate that, Lucky. Very, very good. Very good. Gotta run. Bye, Candy. Appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by as always. You are amazing. Hope you guys have it. Hope you have a great night. But let's see. Okay. All right. So next topic. I wanted to talk to you guys and get some opinions on if anybody has been doing carnivorous plants. I mentioned this earlier in someone else's live stream, and I'm thinking about turning my bamboo fish tank into a carnivorous plant tank. And I was thinking of doing like sundews and, you know, Venus flytraps and stuff. But have you guys ever done anything? I thought I heard someone in the chat before say something about pitcher plants in the last stream, I think. But I wanted to see if any of you guys have done that. Oh, thank you very much, Scott. I appreciate that. I'll definitely be in yours tonight. That is very, very generous and kind of you. You are amazing. I appreciate that. I'll definitely be there, and I'm sure the Lucky Seahorse is going to drop in as much as she can too. I know she's busy today, but she's multitasking about a million things right now. You guys have no idea, and making everyone's life special at the same time. So I'm sure she's going to try to get in there as much as she can for sure. But have you guys ever done any carnivorous plants? What do you guys got out there? Carnivorous plants. Let me take a drink here. Anyone else wish you could upload a video and watch a live stream both on your phone at the same time? Can you not do that, Connor? We are not alone, King. We are not alone. Somewhere out there. I'll definitely see you later, buddy, for sure. Thank you very much for dropping by. That means a lot. Yeah, I don't know why. Why would they not let you do that, Connor? Is it just bandwidth? Or is that bro science too? I don't know. All right, Cody, I kept sundews on floating wood in the tank. Wait, in the fish tank? That sounds awesome, Cody. Cody, do you have any videos of that or pictures? Fish Tropic is here. I'm sorry if I missed you earlier. I'm still getting used to dealing with chat, my friend. I was in your stream the other day. Appreciate you coming by. But so sundews on floating wood in a fish tank. I think that's what Cody's saying. That would be very cool. That'd be right up my alley, Cody son. Zen Ginger, I have standard Venus flytraps. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Purpurea pitcher plants and Cape sundews. Interesting. I am a beginner into this stuff. Man, you gotta make some videos of that or some pictures of that, Cody. I don't know if you don't do that anymore, but that would be really cool. I support people that show up. Yes, Fish Tropic. I try to do the same. I try to show the same love you guys have shown me. It is a ton of fun being in your streams anyway, so it's my pleasure and my honor to have you here. So Ginger, you're doing it kind of like Rachel O'Leary style. Yeah, she got me thinking about it too. I've thought about it for many years, and I've had Venus flytraps off and on. Of course, they never did well, but I've been trying to really look into this because I know I have a very, very high level source for carnivorous plants about 45 minutes to an hour away from my house that Rachel O'Leary told me about, and it's like she said is the best guy, one of the best guys in the country that does or that breeds, I guess, or that not breeds, that grows carnivorous plants of all different kinds. HC Aqua, do you have any videos of that right now? I don't know if you have anything up there. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to peruse. Oh, sorry. Hit the wrong button. Hit the side mouse button. It was like, I'm taking you back. I didn't know that was going to happen. Well, the place I'm getting it, Dr. Experimentus, it's called the Carnivorous Plant Nursery. That's literally what you type in, and that's the one. I know, oops. Whoops. Hit the wrong button. But that's where I'm going to be getting mine. I know, I think he does sell online, but you can actually go take a tour of there if you do it scheduled. You have to schedule a tour to go there. But I live in Maryland. I believe he's in Frederick County somewhere, but Frederick County is pretty big, so I'm not exactly sure. But check out that website and see. It's really good. I know. I'm sorry, Connor. I hit the button, man. I hit that side button. That side button. That was not good. I didn't know that was going to happen. You got to be careful on the mouse over here. So I have a question for you guys. I wanted to ask too. I wanted to know who was the first fish tuber you ever watched and maybe subscribed to, but who was the very, very first one that made you realize this was even a thing? I'm very curious how you guys all started. If it was everyone very similar on the same person, or if we're all very different, or if it's just the YouTube algorithms throwing the big heavy hitters at you, or but who was the very, very first fish tuber that you got into? Oh, nice, Red Fish, Blue Fish. Yeah, I live I live in Frederick County, Maryland, so it's a big place. There's a lot of Frederick County, but yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But who was the very first YouTuber, fish tuber that you started getting into and that you started following and watching their live streams and stuff? Rockford Fish Keeping. First vid I watched was a Dan's fish video. Very cool. Was that because you wanted to buy some fish from him, or you were trying to figure out how to solve a problem? What was that? Aquarium Co-op. Very, very good. Very good. That would be very common, I would assume. Michael's Fish Room. Okay. Okay. Yeah, those unboxing videos were very popular from the Aquarium Co-op for sure. That is a big inspiration of mine, definitely too. Was up there is the Aquarium Co-op. Paul Cafaro. I didn't know about him actually till recently. I guess I'm under a rock somewhere, but I didn't know about him till recently. The Secret History Living in Your Aquarium. I don't think I've heard of that one. I don't know. I'll have to check out that channel and see what that's about. You don't remember? Yes, you do. You just don't want to say it. What is it, Fish Room Fever? You know. You know. Who was it? Who was it? Joy, Michael, or Corey? Interesting. See if anyone else has an answer, then I'll tell you guys mine. Dustin's Fish Tanks. Very good. Very good. Yeah, all people that I really respect a lot that have kind of opened my eyes. Yeah, mine was the king of DIY. And yeah, Big J. I mean, that might be very cliche. I don't know. I don't, you know, I know he's the biggest guy out there, and I don't want to ever just throw his name. I don't want to name drop. I'm not trying to, I never want to be a fanboy. Like, I want to show people appreciation, but I know people that are some of the bigger guys, they don't want people to fanboy out on them and, like, you know, they just don't want that. But the main thing that I really appreciate from the King of DIY is he kind of made me realize it's okay to be excited and happy about keeping fish and kind of nerding out, kind of being like a little fish nerd, kind of like Connor was saying, you know, and that's okay, and that you can kind of share that with other people. And you know, at that time when I saw it, I had one fish tank in my house, and I kind of realized how awesome it would be to have so many different species and share that with other people. And the King of DIY really did change my life just by watching his videos. Honestly, it really did. So that, I mean, man, if I could ever get the if I could ever get the king in one of my live streams, or to even check out my channel, it'd be one of the happiest days ever. That would be so cool. But I definitely really, you know, second a lot of those of the fanboy. I know, God, you know, Fisherman Fever. I know, man. I know. But the two runner-ups for me that were right after King of DIY, and I'm not saying that, you know, they're anything lower or not as good, because I love them too, were Rachel O'Leary and Aquarium Co-op. I kind of found out about those two at the same time, and I have talked, not, I want to say I've talked Rachel O'Leary, but I've, you know, gone back and forth with the comments. She's always really responsive in the comments of her videos, and she's always answering the questions that I leave, and I really appreciate that. And she's just so knowledgeable, and so is Aquarium Co-op, and everyone that's, you know, come out of there is just amazing. So those are the ones that I watched. Let's see what else. Who else says stuff? Yeah, Zen, I'll definitely check out Secret History. That's for sure. That's for sure. 54 Punchy says, I started watching him when he first started, but he was engineer, but he was making mistakes with his advice, and I quit watching. I should check him out again. Who are we talking about? Oh, there's the history. Okay. Yeah, interesting. If it wasn't for FishTube, I probably wouldn't have this many tanks. Yeah, I think that's probably true, HC Aqua, but I don't know. I'd have close to this many tanks, but you have a lot more than I do, I think. I got like 10 to 12 going right now that, I don't know. I'm not sure. But that's very interesting. It's kind of cool that everyone kind of came from a different area. We didn't all start in the same spot. And I think that kind of kind of veers us our own ways. I don't know, it inspires us differently. And I like how everyone's style is different, and um, everyone's got their own personality. Even if you're just guys in the chat here, you can kind of tell everyone's got their own style and personality, way of doing things, and it's cool to see. But all these YouTubers out there that are doing stuff with fish are just doing their own thing. I think that's important if you guys are trying to do your own thing or doing your own stream or anything. I would say, not that I have and the one to take advice from, but I would say just do your own thing and be who you are, and don't try to hide it, because otherwise it's gonna come off like you're an actor and very stiff, I think. And for me, I talk in front of people all day long. I teach martial arts all day long, and I'm in front of classes and in front of adults or kids, and you know, I have to make it exciting and fun, so I can't be all stiff and like, oh no, I'm nervous. So you know, being on a live stream is pretty easy for me. I'm not really that nervous doing this, but I do want to make you guys proud at the same time. So I do feel the pressure, especially when you got people like King and Queen dropping in and you know, giving me compliments. I want to make sure that I do them proud and try to be successful if I can. Very, very good. And I did want to say thank you, Fishroom Fever, for posting my time in your calendar. I really appreciate it. If you guys haven't checked out Fishroom Fever's calendar, I don't know if I can get a mod that can post a link to that, to Fishroom Fever's. Maybe I'll just make Fishroom Fever a mod right now. How do I do that? Oh man, I gotta do something different. Hold on one moment. Let me try to make Fishroom Fever a mod here, and then maybe you can get a link. My time in your let's see, moderator, boom pow, sir. Fishroom Fever, you are now a mod. So if you want to post a link to that calendar, that's really helpful. I mean, that was really awesome for me to kind of figure out when I can kind of fit into the schedule for all the live streams. I never wanted to step on anyone's toes or try to get, you know, push someone out of the way or overlap people if I can. I know it's not going to be always possible. There's people that are streaming right now, you know, over me that are way more popular than I am. So I know I'm not going to get everybody, but I wanted to try this out and see what time works. And if I have to change it, I'll change it. But I do appreciate Fishroom putting me up on the calendar and changing it around when I realized that I was going to be overlapping Dwayne Kitchell, and I wanted to respect Mr. Dwayne Kitchell. He's a gangster OG fish keeper, and I wanted to show my respect. I did not want to overlap his stream. I did Taekwondo. People are asking what style of martial arts. I've done Taekwondo for about 23, 24 years. I teach karate right now, a different style than I grew up with, but it's pretty similar. But yeah, I've done Taekwondo, Chun No Kwan Taekwondo to be specific, if that means anything to you. But I love it. That's a big part of who I am. You know, karate and UFOs and fish and spicy food. You didn't know that about me. I love spicy food. I actually have the beginning of another YouTube channel that I will not announce yet, but it's all going to be about spicy stuff. And I seek out the hottest peppers on the planet. I have ghost peppers in my freezer right now. I've had Reaper peppers. I have a giant selection of probably about 50 to 75 hot sauces. So I'm a pepper head, as they call them. But I'll save that for another time. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know 54 Punch. I know Corvus is streaming now. I didn't know he was on that schedule that I looked at. I knew it was inevitable that I'd be overlapping. And like I said, this might not be the end-all be-all time of this stream. And I do stream on Tuesday nights with the lady. So I'm going to work things out, and I'm sure things will change as I go. Like I said, when you're presented with new facts, be willing to change your mind. So maybe I'll move it around if it really seems like I'm overlapping Corvus or whoever else is going. I have no idea, but it's all good. Hey, Sushi Berries, thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. Yeah, Redfish, Bluefish, thank you. Yes, man, anyone that stops by, I don't care about the numbers. That's all good. I'm just happy that people are here, and if they want to watch later, that would be great too. That would be great. Let's see. What else we got going on? So, oh yeah, I wanted to ask you guys another topic about getting used fish tanks. How many of you guys buy used fish tanks? Put a 1 in the chat if you buy used fish tanks, or if you Do not trust used fish tanks, and you will only buy new tanks. Put a 2. But if you're buying used tanks, put a 1. Only new tanks only buying new tanks, put a 2. I want to see a little survey here. What do you got? Doing good, Sushi. Doing good. Used tanks for fish room fever. I'm with you there, buddy. I have both. Interesting. What? Fisher fever got a lot more ones. All right, man. Yeah, I hear you. So, what are the apps you guys are using to find your used tanks? What's the main one that you use? I know there's, Facebook Marketplace. You got Craigslist. You got Let's Go app. You've got OfferUp. You've got Nextdoor. Those are a few apps that I use to find these tanks. Sushi Berry says 2. Only new tanks. Fair enough. Some people I guess they just don't want to risk it, or they don't want to transport a used tank or break it down. I totally respect that. Trust me. I guess in a perfect world I might do that, but sometimes I find these rare, kitschy, vintage tanks that I just like a lot. So you got Let Go and Craigslist. Yeah, Fish Room Fever. If you haven't checked out OfferUp, I would recommend that. Facebook Marketplace is really useful. I've found a lot on there, especially if you're friends with a lot of people in your area. It just kind of links you to a lot of good people that you might actually already know. I don't buy used because I'm not about the scrubbing gross off. That isn't mine. Fair enough, Sushi. Fair enough. Some of the tanks that I've gotten for sure, I've had to work on, and they definitely did not even come out, perfectly new looking. So I understand. I definitely understand that for sure. I prefer Facebook. Yeah, it definitely is much easier to contact the seller. I would agree, HC Aqua. And it definitely feels a little bit safer, I guess, because you know their profile a little bit easier. They're not going to change that as much. But it does feel good. A little better on Facebook. And I think it's, for me at least, it has more selection. I got more selection to choose from when looking through used tanks on Facebook than I do on Craigslist now. I think Craigslist is kind of dying off a little bit, but I check it all the same. The other one that you guys might want to use is called Nextdoor. It's an app that helps link you with people that are almost directly in your neighborhoods that are much closer. But it actually has been a cool app just to help you find out about announcements in your area. I've had people post, been like, hey, this road is closed down there. Like, there's something going on. Like, go around the other way. And that's really helped me out. But there's definitely a lot of fish tanks in there. And a lot of the times in that app, people seem to be more willing to just give things away. There's been many times that people have, I've seen this guy that was a couple months ago giving away 2 36-gallon bow front, full everything. I mean, everything you wanted, the fish, the tank, the stand, the lights, everything you could possibly want. And he was giving it away for free. And I missed out on it by an hour. I was at work and somebody else jumped on it, and it was free. But I would definitely recommend checking out Nextdoor if you can. Connor Sings, my buddy, you just hit 100. Everyone, absolutely go to Connor Sings, subscribe. That is awesome, buddy. Proud of you, buddy. That's awesome. That is very, very, very cool. Congratulations. That's got to make you smile. I know we all get these goals, and it's cool to see these little tangible goals on YouTube, and they can kind of help the hard work that you put in. It's really cool. So you should be freaking out, Connor Sings. That was a big moment for me too, buddy. That was a really big moment, and not something you should be belittling. That is a very, very cool thing. We all love you out here, buddy. Very cool. Very, very good. So I did kind of want to wrap it up here a little bit. I do want to, shout out some people that were really helpful in getting this going. Of course, the Lucky Seahorse. She has been so amazing. She is my lady that could not be here today, but without her, none of this would be possible. And right now, this journey just feels amazing for me. I feel this energy from you guys that it feels like this is a roller coaster ride, and I feel like it's that fun part where you're on your way up and you're having fun. You're like, this is gonna be awesome, and I've got so many people around me that seem to be supporting me, and I don't know if I deserve it. I don't know if anyone even likes the channel that much, but I've had so many people that I didn't expect come out and support me, like HC Aqua and King and Queen and so many countless others. I mean, I feel like I don't want to say everyone's name because I mean I'm going to leave somebody out, but so many of you guys have been helpful. The mods are amazing. Thank you for being a mod. Fish Room Fever and Zen Ginger, you guys were really, really useful and helpful as always. And Candy, I know she's gone, but I really appreciate that. And yeah, guys, go get some people. Look at some of these channels that you guys subscribe to, that you look at sometimes. Make sure you subscribe, tell your friends. Get Big J to 200. He definitely deserves that. I mean, he's on the Fish Tuber notification all the time. You get Big J, the Fish Keeper, to 200 by the end of the day, my friends. Why not put a smile on someone's face? Click a button, help somebody out. He's got some good stuff to look at too. Anyway, your notification didn't go out, Fish Room Fever. Hopefully, everyone here. I only got like what 13 here. I hope they'll all just head on over to you guys. I'm not sure who's going on after. Is it you, Fish Room Fever? Oh, thank you, Zen Ginger. I appreciate it. We're trying our best here. I know there's gonna be a lot of changes and a lot of trying things that don't work. This camera and this microphone are not staying. I got to get rid of these very soon. But Fish Room Fever's been helping me look at some of the upgrades, the cameras and things that might help me out in the short term, and I might even upgrade from there. But we will see. We will see what happens. Griffin Fish Room, hey, what's up, buddy? Appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you, Rockford Fish Keeping, for adding me to the Fish Fam TV guide. Yes, some of this stuff, to be honest, some of like the TV guides and the calendars and even other people's streams, I don't even sometimes know about. It seems like you guys know about everybody, and I'm trying to get involved with everybody I can and show all the support I can. If you guys can add me to things that I don't even know about or share links out. I'm not a super wizard with all that yet, so I definitely will depend on some of these mods and some of the people that watch the streams to help share things out and help me out with that. But you guys are awesome. You're having Caleb on after your stream, so awesome. Fish Room Fever, we'll definitely send everyone over your way. Please go check out Caleb with Fish Room Fever. Two awesome people that are coming up in the world, so I'm honored to be on the journey with you guys. So definitely, guys, go check them out after the stream. I'm gonna head off here, but if you guys can, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you guys want to check out the Alien World Teespring store, I have some cool things up there. I think some things that you guys might like, even some things that Paige and I worked on last night that are cool. Something for everybody. So if you guys want to check it out, it would be awesome. If not, that's cool too. But thank you so much, guys, for being here. This has been amazing. I hope I can be here every Saturday for you guys. If it stays at 4, that would be great. If not, I might move it around. But I'll definitely check out these calendars. They are super helpful, and I never want to step on someone's toes. So hopefully we can all continue to support each other. And I will be there later to support you guys tonight that are streaming, all you guys that are streaming tonight. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. You guys have a great freaking night. Take care, guys.